What are the not so fun parts of X that no one talks about? Hi Reddit guys, subscribe now, or I will fart. When you're always the person to initiate X, it gets pretty exhausting sometimes. After initiating many fruitless times, the one time you deny their initiation, it is personal. When he gets up to get you a towel, and you hear his car start and he pulls out of the driveway. Did you hook up with my dad too? Can't believe your dad just drove off on you like that without getting you a towel. That's just rude. How to deal with an sexual partner with low self-esteem. No matter how hard you try, you can't make them feel sexy. Then you call into question your own worth as a partner. Is it my fault? What am I doing wrong? Leading to an eventual breakup that leaves you with partial low self-esteem, hard to bounce back from. I'm on Reddit to look at other people's problems, not other people so perfectly explaining my problem. Fishing out the pube from your mouth after going down on someone. If you get one during, lick the inner thigh to wipe get the stray out of your mouth. That's an old school pro move. I'm late. For what? I'm late. For what? My ex called me about 6 months ago while we were still together and said she was pregnant. She was living in another city about 8 hours away by car and decided to get an abortion. I offered to drive there and pay for it, but she said not to worry about it. She just wanted to talk to someone. I felt horrible and guilty and everything. I've never been more stressed the frick out. How could this happen? I use a condom and I'm so careful about this stuff. Fast forward to about 2 months ago. I find out that she's been married this whole time. Yeah, the baby wasn't mine. That girl's name, Billie Jean. The fart noises that your bodies make when you're doing it. I'm a little concave in the chest, and sometimes when we are close an air pocket happens and it makes the best fart sound ever. If you're like me, you sweat fairly easily, so being on top means I'm dripping off my face and usually it landing in or around my girlfriend's eyes and mouth. We've often talked about a sweetband, but I'm not sure if it would increase passion or cause laughter. I can already imagine it. Come poke me, I'm horny. Oh, I'll grab the headband and be right in. Get it? Never mind. Put the sweetband on in the morning when you wake up and don't take it off until after you have had X. If you two are going somewhere together, she will have X with you just so you won't wear the stupid sweetband. Cramp. Taking a little too long to finish and then feeling embarrassed, and the more you think about it the harder it is. Dealing with birth control pill side effects. Wait, what are the side effects? Planning to go on the pill soon. Would like the inside scoop if you know what I mean. Mine killed my libido. Sure is effective. Haha. I'm planning on switching to an IUD at the end of the month. I love having an IUD. No periods, no remembering to take pills, no worries. It's the best birth control ever. To add on to the other answer, I got a much lower libido, basically no natural lubrication. I was always super dry, and my emotions were not as controlled. Cried for the first time in years in front of somebody for calling me annoying. Which I was. I was overreacting to something over the medication. After doing it with a condom on, the fricking Autozone Smell. That was oddly specific, and shockingly accurate. Get in the zone. Autobone. Getting fingered by someone who did not cut their fingernails. Or someone who just cut their fingernails. I started filing my nails after trimming just because of this, haha. Pro tip. Rub them on your jeans for 10-15s after a fresh cut. It takes off the sharp edges. Or you can use the file part that is on most nail clippers. Run your fingers on the inside of your mouth. If it hurts, it will hurt inside, woman. If it doesn't, you are good to go. The shame of getting tired out before you have come. Or not being able to come, because you really have to fart. Or farting mid-cum. Shoot is so embarrassing. Farting mid-cum is like burping during a meal. A compliment to the chef. I'll keep this in mind and fart mid-cum next time I have a great meal. Having to push pets away that won't get off the bed and just sit there staring at you. My dog jumped up on the bed once and licked my partner's ass. Not great for the mood. This isn't what I meant when I said I wanted a threesome. This girl I'm seeing now has a therapy dog that's literally trained to just smother her with love constantly. Like, Sparky, it's my turn. Go gnaw on a bone or something so I can play with mine. Go gnaw on a bone or something. Be careful what you wish for. Cough cramps. Dear God. Oh, and when she bounces a little too hard on top and you slip out and get crushed. Hey, thanks. Gold, you slip out and get crushed. SSS. Ah. I cringed reading that. Shoot, definitely hurts. Where's that one dude from a while ago who seemed to search for comments like this and respond with a Wikipedia link for penile fracture when you absolutely don't need him? Well, if you are doing it straight Jesuit, then at some point you may bang her up to the top of the bed, headboard. Then you might have to stop and scoot back down to begin the banging process again. Like when your washing machine gets an uneven load and walks across the laundry room. I mean, it could just be me. Kind of like those old typewriters where you had to slide them back to the starting position once you heard the ding. How do people come up with these cool analogies? My husband is quite a bit larger than me and I have to have a hand up on the headboard to avoid this issue. Trying to gracefully avoid touching other bodily areas with the butt finger. Baby wipes by the bed. Cool, but where do I wipe? Wipe it on the baby by the bed. When the other person isn't into it, in the mood, but doesn't just say it. The old dead fish routine that makes you not want to have sex with anyone for a while, including yourself. My wife calls it the starfish. The worst is when you are about to call it, because it is creepy and you aren't vibing it at all and she announces she came with no reaction. Like the scene in Wedding Crashers. Brie, what the frick, how is that your move? I don't want to frick a corpse. That was a scene in Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Frickin' awkward. Hitting the cervix is a special kind of hell. A stabby feeling that's deeply unsexy. A special kind of pain that makes me die inside. Yeah, it's a really intense pain that makes me burst into tears without warning. The pain goes away so quickly that I shouldn't have time to react that way, but it's just instantaneous. I mean, I don't blame the cervix. It probably thinks I'm trying to reverse birth. The waddle to the bathroom afterwards with one hand cupped over your vag. Or the tidier version, the makeshift towel diaper. Classy as frick. X farts. I don't say anything, because she's an absolute goddess and I'm lucky to be hooking up with her, but shoot man, I spread those cheeks and feel it breeze past my fingers. My partner and I let each other know there will be a breeze soon. The joys of a long relationship. That's actually really cool. I was actually thinking of a specific recent time and it was probably involuntary, but to be honest I don't want her to feel embarrassed, so I just kissed her and told her how beautiful she is. I once had a girl fart during X, but I didn't want her to stop, so I took the blame and apologized for it and we kept going. Husband material. The uncomfortable positions that you have to be like, okay stop, I gotta move. This hurts. Ow, you on my hair. My wife and I both have long hair. It be like that sometimes. The cold wet spot on the bed. Keep a clean washcloth nearby or frick on a towel. What am I, a land baron? Never know, you could be wealthy industrialist pennepecker. Use your wealth to gain access to a condo that's for sale. Use the bathroom, then steal a towel. Everybody needs a mung bag. Just make sure to wash it like a civilized couple and don't store it in the linen closet where unwary guests might think it's a spare towel. While secretly kinda hilarious, this is also considered bad form in guest hosting. Lying there waiting for your other half to come with the tissues. The phenomenon is called arousal non-concordance. Fact check me. Basically, any situation in which your body isn't responding the way you feel. For example, can't get hard, wet even though you're turned on, can't orgasm even though the X is going great, etc. This goes the other way too. Getting physically aroused by things that mentally or emotionally turn you off. Getting a boner from a school presentation about the mitochondria. It's the powerhouse of the cell. Shower X actually kinda sucks. Water is not lube. Nowhere is comfortable. Hot water runs out. Weird, I must have a good water heater. Haven't ever had an issue with the hot water lasting the full 2 minutes. How about TFW, your cock comes all the way out in the current motion, and your brain stretches the following half second into eternity before the next damaging painful blow comes if you're not perfectly lined up to go straight back in. This should be higher up. It's not just painful for the cock, it's also painful for the receiver. Semen is such a itch to wash away. Lube is a pain in the ass to clean up. The dog never wants to move from its spot on the bed. Long hair getting in the other person's eyes. Choking on pubes. Never being able to get the pube out of the back of your throat. Semen or lube between your butt cheeks. Poop on butt toys. Accidentally forgetting which finger was in whose butts. Eating someone out, ass or puss, and getting toilet paper in your mouth. Getting rug burn on your pussy from a guy who has harsh stubble. Being able to feel when a girl has to shoot if you finger her. I will update when I think of more. Update. Being able to feel poop in someone's a-hole when you finger it. Update 2. Forgetting to wash your hands after fingering a girl's pussy and then smelling vag later in the day when you're eating. Having someone come in your ass and farting poopages 4 hours after. Use cold water to wash cum off. It's protein based, so hot water makes it stickier and harder to wash away. I never knew that. Basically think of it like washing raw egg. In both cases the heat will make the protein coagulate and be awful to get off. The pube in the back of your throat for 200, Alex. Okay Reddit guys, subscribe now, or I will fart.